with the drafts is it just looks like the long drawn out fights are in huge favor of TNC. I'm going to trust Blitz's judgment on the fact that Armel can just, if he has timely phase shifts, how do they kill him before the sheepstick coming out from OD? So I'm not a huge believer in Veno, but I actually think it's a really nice Veno game.
Well, we may have our first blood here already as March does sacrifice himself to be able to pick up 3 bounty runes for TNC. That's going to be the trade-off.
But Axe doing a good job here. You definitely just dodge the lane. Once Veno gets level 3, 2 points Poison Sting, you just can't ever, no hero can sustain through that.
But I think it's a lot harder, right? Because he's in his safe lane, so cutting the creep wave, there's a much smaller distance to work with. Gabby taking a lot of damage here. It's actually going to be overwhelmed, just could not adapt into strength fast enough.
So these heroes naturally can man up with the help of their teammates, and that just makes it hard to play a dying. Your job is to literally walk at them, as you're seeing here, and he just dies.
Yeah, he just gets popped just like that. I think another good addition to that is they're both skills that do physical damage.
Yes.
And Undying is pretty low on armor.
Most heroes lack the ability to do enough physical damage early on.
Yeah. Tag team and poison touch being small exceptions here. Boxy is going to try and cut the creep wave just like he did last time, but KP immediately TPs onto the shrine, forcing Boxy into an awkward maneuver back over to bottom lane. Insania is going to be chased down here, but they do get a really good shards, blocking in Gabby. Gabby trying to linger away. Insania surviving just a bit longer. Tims is not going to be able to chase him to the tower. So again, another successful bout there for Liquid as they bring down the carry Morphling. At some point in time, that Puck, who is going to be kind of over-leveled, and the aggro tri-lane is going to be under-leveled, he makes one rotation, wipes, you know, all 3 of them with a good coil, and then all of a sudden it feels like the last 7 minutes of tri-laning has gone, you know, down the crapper.
Yeah, this is so interesting. Your Puck is lower level than the OD, but yet winning by 1,000 net worth.
Oh, nice Fisher blocking. That's going to be able to keep them from retreating. Mickey has to turn and fight, but is not going to be able to get anything off before he gets down. Not quite nicking Insania as he continues to try and fight it out. Trying to protect his mid-tier 1 tower as best he can. Looking to be able to pull the creep wave back. Another Fisher block. This time, not going to be able to catch Insania. Blocking him in. Another orb. Dodges that one, but the Puck is going to jump over. Armel is able to finish him off, and now they're going to be able to slow down Taiga as well. Taiga blocks out the Puck, though, and maybe the Puck, can they go for Armel? He has another orb, jumps away. He's going to be fine. You know, I haven't seen like a ton of Venomancer in this current meta, but I think it is like a nice twist. We're seeing lots of Boots of Travels lately, and Boots of Travel Veno looks really nice. March is going to get caught trying to get some aggressive wards down, and good ice shards does come out from Taiga.
Meanwhile, top, though.
Yeah, look at this. Charge out, that's going to be a coil, catching out the Axe. Axe just going to turn, kill whatever creeps he can. He knows he's dead.
And suddenly there's ganking this level 11 Axe, and it looks like he's just feeding. And that's like such a forced play by TNC. They're executing perfectly their lineup. And now you see the movement by Liquid in the mid lane going on Puck, but that's a Puck with no stuns.
They do manage to get the Walrus Punch. That will finish off Armel. So Armel does die. KP does get a decent ultimate off. That Poison Nova is going to make sure the rest of Liquid is going to be chased away. Taiga tries to go for a cheeky teleport out, but maybe you could have gotten a bit aggressive during his downtime.
Maybe you get a Roche or something because you have this Visage hero.
Get better bounty control. They're going to be able to find Boxy here as they make a smoke up into the triangle. Now Mickey is here, does have the imprisonment. They've already used the shrine, though. The Snowball is going to try and pick up the Axe. Instead, he managed to blink himself away, but that's perfect for Armel. Now, with the Axe right next to the OT, they get a beautiful Dream Coil. They're going to try and run him over. Disruption by Mickey. Bit of point, but there's Tims entering in with the Blink Dagger. Echo Slam to finish off the 2 cores, and a Fisher to be able to block out the Captain Insania. And look at that. KP immediately TPing up to the top lane. They are giving Liquid absolutely nothing.
He has a BKB queued up.
Okay. Well,
it's like, it's his job to throw himself in, but I think if he doesn't get a 2 or 3 man call, it's just not going to be enough.
Yeah.
If they see the BKB from OD, you're just going to see a hardcore disengage with the Ags Morphling, the Puck.
Oh, Tombstone coming out. Insania's not sure which one to do. He's going to try and back away from this Tombstone, but he's very clearly caught. Oh, Jesus.
Yikes.
That's the power of that Morphling. He's going to be jumping forward as that Earthshaker. Thanks to that Aghanim Scepter. There's a buyback already from Insania. He knows how important this fight is to be able to win. Snowball protecting him. Gabby gets Walrus Punch. Getting blown up every time. The hammer's not quite enough. He goes back into Morphling form and does manage to survive. Barely. Now turns on to Taiga. We'll be able to finish him up. A Fisher slowing down Mickey, who has the damage over time on him as well. Even as he's saving by the disruption. There's nothing really to get him out of here. He can imprison and disruption and do all of these things, but there's so much AoE damage. Gabby jumping even farther forward to be able to catch Koifa up next. A stun on the Boxy as well. Gets the call onto Gabby, but Gabby being healed up by the Soul Rip means there's no chance to be able to claim that kill. Jumping forward again. There is no escape from the Aghanim's Morphling.
So, with the Aegis going satanic.
Oh, just happened to land right on top of Insane. He almost gets one shot by that Enchant Totem and will be finished by the Dagon.
Some poor positioning by TNC. And at this point, the ease of execution for TNC is just
that's
so high.
gotta hurt. And now Gabby quickly joining Armel at the pickoff onto Insania. They're going to be able to blow up this OD. He has his BKB, but honestly, what's the point? The physical damage of Gabby would quickly overwhelm him one way or another.
Results
I agree.
End of last
I
year.
think last year's wasn't the greatest KP that we've seen.
Yeah, but he's obviously been a very well-known player and very successful player throughout his career, and I just love watching conceptually flawless Dota, and KP has done that. And then obviously now we got the luxury of watching the flashy or Morphling, but maybe for some people it's more like PTSD than actually enjoying that aspect.
He out of position here. Liquid trying to jump on him real quickly. Heavens Halberd buying so much time though. KP finally it wears off on a Mickey, and he will drop the hammer to be able to finish off that Venomancer, but look at Gabby and Armel into the backline say go. Already finished off that Shadow Demon, now using all that physical damage. Jesus, look at Mickey. He takes the Morphling out of the fight for a moment and will manage to finish off the 5 position of TNC, but nobody can deal with Gabby. Neither can they deal with Armel, as they just don't have the disables to be able to rock him. Unless this call from Boxy, they don't have a whole lot of damage to be able to follow it up, especially as the Echo Slam coming in to be able to finish off some of these heroes. Mickey with a buyback, looking for any kind of kill to be able to claim after the Morphling is dead. He will be able to get the imprisonment. Looks to Armel. Armel jumps away. Tim's, he's trying to get out of here. Blink Dagger's not going to be up in time, though, and he will fall. Liquid finally get an okay fight for themselves, but that's only because they had 2 different buybacks on their 2 cores.
On OD, that might be the play. I can't even fault that at this point. You might just need double BKB, double ult, but this is a dieback from Mickey. That's an Ag's coil, and
they try and snowball save him. He's going to go in here, and he does have the Blink Dagger, blinks away, but the Blink follow-up from KP, tries to hit him with the Gale. Doesn't quite land, though, but the Orb over the top will make sure that Mickey does fall. Boxy does manage to get the call onto Armel. Armel gets bursted down. Can they grab more? KP trying to slither away, but Koifa's Birds hot on pursuit, but they can't chase for long. They know Gabby's got to be around here somewhere. Taiga, poor Taiga. Zombies, poison slow. They're going to leave him to die here in Sania. I'm not even sure if you could turn around and save your ally. Disruption going down, but obviously he's coming back to the same spot he was before. What a beautiful Fisher. Finally, Gabby shows up once again, hunting down Insanian at every turn. Beautiful Fisher block coming in from Tim's as well.
The Gravekeeper cloak were down, and he almost got one shot.
All right, Boxy. Oh, there he goes. Insania. Oh, it wasn't quite the one shot, but he does finish off with the adaptive strike. Boxy's going to fall as well, and that leaves no buybacks for Liquid and just Taiga all alone in the fountain. TNC. Oh, I guess they did get enough gold for Boxy to be able to buy back, but it won't make a damn difference. Gabby with the satanic pickup and an ultra kill for game 1. What a dominant performance by TNC. And here they're going to pick up an Alchemist after already having a Faceless Void, and our panel likes it quite a bit. I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I've ever seen Grimstroke successfully in a mid-lane dual lane, but they will manage to get the first blood as he just gets a bit too close. Mickey does get stunned up by Tim's, managed to draw off the aggro of the tower and will survive as a result. You know, whenever the Lina leaves, get some CS, otherwise bottom lane. Trying to go for a kill here onto March. They're going to pop the all those stacks that he had earlier from the Retaliate. They're going to use that against March here. Finish him off.
Either way, the concept is there. They did force a rotation, and this is classic Void Dota right now.
What, lucky bashes?
Just bashing you and never dying, pretty much.
They will manage to find the kill, though, onto March. And maybe with a silence landing onto the Void, Time Walk coming up, he will manage to get a small distance away, but Mickey continues to chase him.
Right, you have Alchemist Radiance coming out soon. You have 2 Midases on Radiant. Like, they are up by 1k gold, but you don't feel any of this net worth.
No.
You effectively have like 8,000 net worth on the Radiant side that does nothing. So, this is when Liquid needs to do exactly this.
Running over Tim's, see if they can keep him chain stun, quickly blown up with a Fate Bolt. Now Armel chasing him. It's going to be silenced up, and look at Mickey coming in from the side here. They're looking to be able to steal stacks and maybe steal Alchemist's life away as well, as Boxy does not have another stun. They're going to run out of damage here, and if they're not careful, KP may punish them. Koifa himself not committing, but just using some of his summons to be able to chase him away. Now trying to take down that mid-tier 1 tower, but you could see TNC, much like Liquid last game, putting a heavy premium and trying to protect this mid-tier 1 tower, keep that map control, and that's where the Void comes in with the Chronosphere, looking to be able to blow up Taiga. They do manage to get him. Tims gets out the damage just before he falls, but it looks like March is going to get gobbled up by Mickey as well, and eventually TNC, they will manage to make this hold.
Once they get those items, they're almost impossible to kill, but Liquid has this window right now to punish, and they're clearly aware of this, right? Like the way they're playing.
Another round of Shapeshift. The LSA does immediately land on Koifa, but he managed to get the Centaur stun onto Tims with the follow-up stun coming up from Boxy. That's going to be both supports immediately dead, and it looks like March is going to be chased down as well. The 3, 4, and 5 position, plus the mid-tier 1 tower all falling.
Yeah,
so we're not looking at Alchemist 5 slots when he comes online. It's like 2 items.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
The
and
3
you're
or
ready
4
to go. It looks like the
items
initiation onto the Void. A big one with the silence follow-up as well. This carry's having a hard time getting out of all these disables and will fall. It looks like they're going to be able to catch March as well here. Slow March with no boots.
Feeding relentlessly, randomly on the map, and yet the game's even because they have 2 Midases and an Alchemist.
You feel like they just shouldn't be able to win with this kind of grade, right?
Like, come on.
This shouldn't be Dota.
I could do this. Like, I could assemble 3 cores of players and be like, dude, just keep farming. They're going to kill us one by one, you know.
That's a North American specialty right there.
Yeah, man. Like, we're going to farm 3 lanes and feed. Like, this is what we do, you know. I wouldn't exactly model anything a team should do off of our region, but all
Tims
jokes aside.
Poor Tims. This is one of those deaths where you're just kind of running down lanes trying to kill creeps, right? You're just trying to create some space.
Yep, they have the net creep.
Oh, they're going to be able to keep him locked in. The silence is going to get there just in time before the time walk. This Grimstroke has been a bane of Void's life.
Trade bodies for getting lanes pushed out. They're actually looking to take a fight now, it looks like.
Nice catch onto Lena. And at the same time, with this big Chronosphere, if they can actually take down Mickey, it'd be massive. The Stampede goes out with a multicast. That's going to keep Mickey in place long enough for Gabby to be able to get the double kill. But here comes the Lycan, trying to chase down KP. KP with no mana, very little health. It will eventually fall here. Armel, nowhere to run to use this unstable concoction until he spots him just barely.
For sure here. Liquid is in control right now, but they are on thin ice.
Well, this is a pickoff they cannot afford. Lycan does manage to get off his shapeshift, though, before the stun came in, and he will manage to run away. So if you can just keep vision of some of these heroes, the rest of the team can cut across, and they should be able to get at least 1 or 2 pickoffs here. The Lena is going to be protected a bit by the Alchemist, but here comes the rest of Liquid. KP does spot him, trying to slow him down. The Stampede looking to be able to run down the Lena, does manage to get him. Jump forward from the Alchemist, going straight for Mickey right now with a buyback coming out from the Lena. Can they get him chain stun, or Mickey's just going to turn and fight? After all, he's got an Aegis. They can't really focus him down, and it's going to be Armel who dies instead. Mickey survives a little bit longer before that Aegis finally falls, but Gabby with a BKB, he still has a Chronosphere, and he's going to let it fly just as the Gyrocopter coming back alive. Can they save Mickey's life? No, they can't. The Fire Blast multicasters are too much damage, and Koifa running around with no shapeshift is going to be enough to be able to finish off this Lena and maybe get some damage on the KP, but Gabby, he still has a wealth of damage on him. He's going to time walk off some of that to be able to finish off the Lycan. Now just 2 supports going to control him up. The H12, the silence isn't going to be enough. Gabby will fall. KP looks like he may die to the 2 supports as well, but Taiga with the time dilation on him. He's too slowed. They have no magic damage left. Insania gets another round of his silence back, but KP's too tanky. He gets 1 more nuke out. The Wolves are slowing down KP as much as possible, but the armor is too much. He can't quite finish up this 100 HP Ogre because the damage is just not there, and KP will survive through it all, gets the double kill.
I didn't really love the rushed Midas, but KP really making it up to me with the items he's choosing to build now.
Taiga, nice chain stunning here. It's going to allow them to get a good follow-up from the Gyrocopter. And now a beautiful stomp on it too, but a better Chronosphere. Locking down the back line. That's 3 stunned up with the LSA over the top of Laguna Blade to be able to finish off Mickey. That is Liquid losing a fight big time. Koifa might be able to sneak away into the night here.
For TNC, it's like just plant Alchemist in front, Crimson guard him, and Chrono if they go on him. Like, it's just so
back,
simple.
a stop. Oh, jeez, these beautiful stuns from Taiga. Once again, the telekinesis into the unstable concoction, setting up Boxy to finish off the Alk. And now, without that big damage dealer, they're free to chase down whatever TNC heroes they can catch. First is going to be March. Next is going to be Gabby. But he pops his BKB for fear of Taiga catching him once again.
Enabled, you know, by what they're seeing. You know, like, let's go into our 5-man stack, pick Alk, and buy 2 Midases.
Holding on to the unstable concoction, does manage to get it off on E, but Gabby does manage to get the Chronosphere, and only locking down the 2 supports, so Boxy able to get the jump in to finish off that core Ogre, but it looks like Taiga is going to be ripped apart by Gabby, so he does manage to finish off those 2 supports, jumping in for more. No time dilation to slow down these heroes. Boxy is unable to get away, had no blink up thanks to all those zombies, and they get the opening they need. Can they run into Gabby and burst him down? They're going to run into Marge, not the best target, but it is a pickoff nonetheless. And he slips away with a force staff coming out from KD, and they do manage to get some control onto Mickey for a while. Now to jump in for the Chronosphere, and they can't really protect Mickey at all in this situation. Insania is being burnt down by Armel on the back lines. They finish up the supports. Taiga falls as well.
Ulti, Grimstroke, no ulti. Dead heroes. They know he has no buyback because of timer. Actually, yeah,
Tier 4 down. And I mean, there's just no damage from this lineup. They're going to try and jump in with Boxy with the Ink Swell. That will manage to blow up one of the supports. Lena's dead, but so is Insania. As Gabby's quickly with him. Boxy's trying to lay his damage out on the March. It's just not really doing anything. And Armel will finally turn to finish up the objectives. Now he'll finish off Boxy instead. A nice 3-man stun from Boxy. Can he get back to the fountain to regen up? He will. He'll be fine, but his tier 4 will not. And his throne is rapidly falling. Taiga's going to try and slow it down with a Fate Bolt. Telekinesis around. Koifa running around with his Shapeshift. Not sure what to do because he can't really do anything against this Alchemist. He's going to go for the back line, trying to finish off March. Again, Boxy with a sick 2-man stun. Armel, though, is able to pop his BKB unstable concoction. This time the Centaur will get knocked out of the fight. KP quite low, but Koifa no longer having his shapeshift. Again, no real damage there. Same goes with Taiga. That was genius indeed. TNC, a very clean game 1 and game 2 a bit scrappier, but their greed does pay off in the end with a 34-minute victory.